Hmm. I'm gonna be sad because in let me see. Yeah, I gotta retire the Yeti next week.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
next week is what? Uh that would be end up being the second, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. That makes me sad.
You can always keep running them. People ain't done with the holidays until damn near January's over.
No, I get it. But I made a promise to my. I don't want to say it's a promise to myself, but I don't know. Stay in the flow of the thing, which is nice because this is the last. This is the last week of two football shows, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about that.
You and me
Um,
both.
yeah, we were talking on Christmas. Like 3 quarters throughout the way through the year, it's just like, all right, this feels like work. It's just not entirely fun. Um, so for the folks that celebrate Merry Christmas, it's all done. Now we can move forward and get back to normal and hating each other.
Yep.
Um, fun Christmas story, and by fun, not really fun. Cruz tried to commit pugicide. Um, got him boatloads of toys. He took one and started eating it. Ate a bunch of plastic. A bunch of rubber. Had to take him to emergency vet. $600 later, we still have a puppy. Um,
650.
was it 650? I don't even know.
Well, what you showed me, I think it was like 647. I'll round that up to 650.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, wasn't really in the most sociable of moods. So the folks that I got to and responded to the Merry Christmas thing, yes. For those that I didn't, I apologize. I was a little wasn't a great day. Like in general, it wasn't really a great day. Um,
Yeah, I got bombarded by a lot of little those group texts, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I mean, people you haven't heard from or seen and
yeah,
since last year, and it was just like, okay, Merry Christmas. Everybody has their little gift now. Like I said, gift. It's funny as hell during the season, I guess, coincidentally, but I don't know what you call it, the little funny little, you call them gifts, right? Gifts,
yeah,
gifs, wherever you, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. It seems like it's fitting for the holiday season, a gift, like not like a gift that you get, but nowadays people, it's not your normal Merry Christmas. It's everybody has to have that little animated little gif or wherever you want to call it. I don't know how people pronounce it, but
right.
yeah, group text is full of those.
Yeah, I unfortunately, yeah, I just didn't really get back to people that day because I just was, I don't know, a lot of things on my mind there. It's not an entirely fun day. But I mean, me and Jermaine hung out and we watched football and then watched Diddy stuff,
Yeah.
uh, which was considerably more entertaining and less vulgar than the actual football that was on. So, um, yeah, woof. But yeah, um, kind of the last show of the year, technically. Yeah,
Yeah.
wrap up these ABCs. Um, we got the football show on tomorrow.
You
Uh,
said tomorrow.
on tomorrow. Um, kind of, kind of feels irrelevant a little bit, but I feel like we gotta
Dude.
finish strong. But like, we're not just gonna skip it. Um, but it's just kind of one of those like, all right.
It can be skipped, and it can be skipped, and I don't think too many people will be upset. But at the same time, like you said, just want to finish it out because we're not going to do anything, nothing next week as far as
Right.
week 18 doesn't mean a damn thing, and
Yeah,
nobody cares. So,
that's why we're taking that week off from the football deal, because it's like nobody cares. No one. If you play in an 18-week league, you're
yes,
stupid, and everything that happens to you is deserved.
that's what I was saying.
You
You should
deserve more.
seriously consider, hitting yourself over the head with a hammer or something. If you're playing in a league where the 18th week means something,
Have you thought of Pugicide?
yeah. You better do something to yourself because
Brought to you by BetterHelp.
maddening.
Um, yeah, yeah. So, we did a taco bar. That went over like a fart in church. Um, it was a real sad taco bar. It was real sad.
Didn't have all the fixings, but
Really wasn't a taco bar. It was kind of like a potluck.
he said like a fart in church.
Yeah, it was rough. But yeah, no, the pup is fine. I
Yeah,
well,
click.
technically, I was the only actual white person in the house. To be fair, yeah, no, too. There was two. It was her mom. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so there was less just white folks, but that shit was funny. Yeah, I didn't have any hand in the taco bar, unfortunately. If I did, it would have been much better. Just saying. I mean, white and black folks, and then a mixture. So yeah, I guess Crosby does make 3. Speaking of that, the that other litter was born, and they are Black Lake Crosby or Black Lake Cruz, and I want one real bad. Actually, I want both of them. Kind of want both of them. So there's 2 boys that were born, and the girl, she didn't make it, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's like the second time they've lost a pup in in the whole birth thing. So I don't know, but
well, back to that equation where you say you and the mom were the only white people in the house, then technically I was the only black person in the house. That
you
wasn't me.
were, ooh, yeah, because
So
everyone else has everything in
everyone else is mixed in. Yeah.
them.
Well,
Interesting.
me and Cruz was me, Cruz, and I don't know your black cat's name, but we were
Yeah,
riding together
right. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
on the Kunta Kinte ship.
Funny enough, that cat's name is Onyx. So
Okay, yeah, I'm not okay. Said that before.
yep.
So me, Cruz, and Onyx, we
Well,
were on the Kunta Kinte.
yep. So I'm going to assume maybe tomorrow or maybe I guess shit. I guess me and you don't record again after tomorrow till Friday.
1 week from today, yeah, right.
So I'm quite sure that by next Friday, Jermaine will be showing something off, which will be fun. A little quality of life improvement. So that'll be nice. You'll understand as soon as you see it. It's like, oh, what happened? It's like, yeah,
He
nice.
said, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. So, as you know, we went through the ABCs of our year. If you do not know what that means, here is a quick rundown. So, basically, we go. Want to be able to see the pack? Wait, I won't be able to see the Packers game because no Peacock here. So the fact that you're going to watch Malik Willis against Snoop Huntley,
Yeah.
I'm quite sure you can find about 900 other better things to do. You're going to be fine. I promise. Woof. The ABCs, we just kind of think about, okay, look, here's what our year was. Let's put our year into a singular wait. One of us will put that year in a singular word.
He said, wait.
Jermaine likes to have options, which is fine. Actually, I like that. That's kind of one of the cool things that we got going on here. Jermaine makes his own rules, and I dig it. So we did A through M, or I'm sorry, A through
M. You were right.
Did we?
Yeah, we went A through M.
Oh. Well, I added another M. Fuck them. All right, never mind. So we're going to do N through Y. We're not doing Z. We're not doing Q. We're not doing
X.
Just not happening. It's not fun. It's not exciting. I unfortunately had a very hard time coming up with a W, and I still don't have one. So if it hits me, perfect. If it doesn't, oh well.
Yeah.
I guess another little bit of housekeeping here. As you know, as I mentioned, on the football show, the kind of roadmap for the football show for January is already set. January, Ramsey is doing a few shows with us. He's producing a few shows for us because he has that tier on the Patreon thing. So if you see what he does, you like what he does, you like what he's able to do, like you like the idea, well, you can jump on it. It's $15 a month. I know it's a lot, but I'll get into that as we go into the countdown because that comes into play as well. We got the Q&A up there. That is, let me see, you have what? A little under a week to get your stuff in. Well, technically till that Saturday. So technically you have till the 3rd to get your questions in because we will record it on that Saturday. That's really about it. Yeah. It's kind of really, yeah. Fair enough. Okay, cool. So, sir, because I don't know my ABCs clearly, let's go for number N.
Say number N. In 2025, the word that comes to mind for N is new ideas. Okay.
Based on the last 2 days, I wasn't sure where we were going.
Yeah, I don't want to exclude everybody, so I'm not going to use the other end. Yeah, I'm going to go with new ideas, new beginnings. So, just along the lines of the same that's going on here, with this, the podcast and, the things that are just going on, just, new things are open to, different things that's happening that probably hasn't happened in the past, So,
Coke would like
was a year.
The other N was.
You said what?
Coke would like to know what the other N was.
Oh, I'm not gonna say it.
Now you're not gonna say it. Heard it about 94 times on fucking Christmas. Okay. It's now a running joke because this shit was just funny. Because we actually had some real deep conversations over Christmas. Interesting things that I didn't really pay too much attention to, but now I am privy to. And I am gonna do what I'm really, really, really good at is I'm going to watch when you don't think I'm watching and listen when you don't think I'm listen. So yeah, it's one of my 3 skills I have. It's fun. I enjoy it because I look like I'm just in another universe, and I'm like picking up on every fucking thing you're doing and talking about. Love it. It's not even intentional. It's just I might be the Rain Man. It's fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
Yep.
And the thing I like about it is because it's not cliche with you. You're not like new year, new me. It's like
No.
it's just like
I mean, I'm not talking about like new, like the upcoming year. I'm talking about this is like
I know.
2025 itself. Pretty much was a year of a pretty new, a bunch of new things, and just new start. New trying different new things. New things, new beginnings. Like I said, those are the two words that I've really had down for new. But new is the word.
Okay. So I went neurons.
Okay.
So it's kind of a weird pick, but the reason I picked it is this year I've just noticed like they're just firing and firing. I'm always thinking. I've always been a thinker. But this year I kind of I guess thought about thinking. I really noticed it. And I paid attention to when they were really firing off and what I was doing. And I put myself in those situations so I could be creative and think things out and really kind of focus and hone in. I've mentioned this many times. Like the shower, that's where the money's made. Like it's just I don't I'm quite sure I could replicate that in other kind of places and times and whatever, but I don't know. It's kind of my think tank. So neurons.
That was different.
Yeah.
No, that's it. Firing off. All right.
So, oh, I almost skipped P or skipped O to go to P. I'm stupid. It's fucking neurons, right? Going great.
My O kind of goes along with the same with the N. It's just um try to go into the year and just learn to have a open mind. So um to the new ideas and the new beginnings and new opportunities and open mind to to listen to not be like you said closed minded and to because you shut yourself off from different things or
You never struck
um
me as that guy. You seem like you're already open-minded. Like,
I mean sometimes when you're stubborn and sometimes you're like, hey, I don't want to even hear it. You ever had like two people that may have an argument and hey, I'm stuck in my way, you stuck in yours. I just think that I just think as the years go on, as I get older, I'm willing to listen a little bit more and to have an
man,
open mind to try to
that's
figure like where people are coming from as opposed to maybe when I was younger, it was just like, nope, it's my way. This is the way I've been known, and I'm not willing to listen. I'm not willing to even reason, especially with religion. I mean, with religion, it was just like, hey, open and shut door, open and shut case. I'm not listening to anybody's different opinions of it. This is the way I've been taught, and this is the way I'm gonna follow. But I'm gonna say, I'm not open to practicing anybody else's, beliefs or religion, but I'm willing to even listen to where they're coming from because it's like, okay, obviously, if you're living your life like this, you must have something that makes sense to you. So, um,
okay.
not just strictly with religion, but just people's open, have an open mind to people's thoughts, or I mean, as we discussed, even if it comes down to a hardcore, you know, racism or religion, we're talking about, people that are, we were talking about this, we were talking about, extremists like, you know, people that may hate you or that
Right.
hate your guts. I have an open mind to the point where I'll even listen to you from where you're coming from just to see why you hate me and why you would call me a word from the end up above. So just having an open mind, man. And I've been throughout this year, I've been able to get a different perspective of just uh, allowing myself to listen and trying to reason it out.
And yes, Dirk, I did trim the beard. I trimmed the beard like 2 weeks ago. I had to go be. No, it was like 3 weeks. No, I don't know. It was like 2 weeks ago. I had to go be social at work for, Christmas
Oh
party.
yeah. Yep. Okay.
Plus, I
Yeah,
was
that
tired.
was getting pretty long.
I was tired of getting stuff in it too. Like it was a problem. Like it. Like I always knew what I ate because there was like, oh, hi, that's you. You know. So I have another interesting one for O, and I picked opposition. Let me explain. So this is the first time this year where we've actually gotten pushback in comment sections, and we have riled people up. And we're generally pretty we try to be pretty safe with what we do. We don't really try to rattle cages. It just isn't what this is about. And I mean, if we do unintentionally, then go give your balls a tug. It's fine. I think it's pretty cool that one, people are listening enough and caring enough or being pissed off enough to type out a response, because you can very much just swipe up or left or right or do whatever you got to do to go to the next thing. But we said something that was so impactful to you that not only are you pushing up against us, you're now creating dialogue within those sections. I just think by proxy, by doing that, we're doing something interesting. We're doing something right. Not everything gets it, but I think it's pretty. I think we're on the right track because the engagement is kind of everything. And that sounds kind of shitty, but it just is what it is. Like you're doing this for people to see. Like that's just the first year was for us. Anything after that is now like, okay, watch us. So, opposition.
Publicity is publicity, and sometimes negative is some of the best. So,
Yeah.
I mean, in a business, depending on the business that you're in, I mean, if you're
Right.
somewhere where you're not trying to garner any type of attention, then yeah, maybe you should change up what you're doing if you're getting negative comments. But in the field we're
Yeah,
in,
like if you're like a 55-year-old rapper and you haven't done shit in a while, and then you get publicity. My dude.
yeah.
Wow.
So, man, in this industry, if like you said, if I've seen tons of comments that I don't agree with, splattered all over the internet, and I just keep going, like you said.
Right.
But if I stop and then I decide to type a response, then that means that struck a nerve so much that I took
Right.
time out of my day, and it engaged me that much that I've decided to make a comment. And
It's interesting,
directly, indirectly, that's what we're going for.
man. And then you have other people, and this is the interesting part of it. So you get someone that says something, then that goes to their algorithm, and then their friendos see it, and they're like, "The fuck is this guy?" They get on it, and they will say something, whether they agree or disagree, and that just it grows like that. you catch the right person, you're set. You're set. Like that's just how it works. So it's an interesting business. All right. Um, P.
Um, like you said, I do got two for this one. I'm sorry. Wouldn't be me if it wasn't me. uh,
Same brand.
First thing that came to mind, I mean, and those of you that are not religious, you're probably not going to understand, but I find myself, throughout the year, giving praise to my Lord, to my Jesus Christ. A lot of praise, man, because I mean, not saying that everything went extremely well in 2025, but compared to years in the
I say it
past,
wasn't your worst year. Shit.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Compared to years in the past, it definitely showed that some promise. I guess I can put P in there for
Yeah.
promise too, but
There you go.
I just found myself, giving a lot more praise to the Lord for the blessings He's given me. And the second one I had is preparation.
H.
Just just figuring that, I guess the older you get, you find out that preparation, is key. When you're young, you kind of go into things willy-nilly. You don't prepare for a thing, and you get just that. You get the results of just that. Hey, sometimes you're highly successful, but sometimes, you get turned upside down on your head. The more you prepare, and that's not just almost everything in life. I mean, even the game we love, the football, the team that's most prepared and, that does the most preparation is usually the team that comes out successful. So just in work, in life, period. Just, I mean, as you get older, I mean, just what we're doing right now. Can you imagine if you just was like, yeah, let's do the ABCs and with neither one of us prepped at all.
Right.
It would
Yeah,
show,
but
it would look stupid. You could tell we was unprepared. But when you're prepared, I mean, here we are. I mean,
that's a good one. Man.
My
Real good.
preparation. Yep.
That's real good because we, for a while, had a gimmick of, hey, here's what we're going to do. Because when we initially started doing all the drafts on the show, we would kind of come up with the draft and kind of go for a few days and think about it and write everything down and figure it out and yada, yada, yada. Then I was like, yeah, hey, look, let's do a wrinkle into it. Let's not know what the draft is and find out on the show and then go from there. Because it was fun to kind of think about it and tilt on it.
Yeah.
That kind of ran its course pretty quick because the first few things were like, okay, that's funny, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But then you weren't really getting good picks. You weren't really able to really discuss it because you're like,
a bunch of ums and uhs. He was like, and I remember a couple of times I was like, man, we got to come back to that one because I can't think of it. It's like we thought it was a good idea for the tilt, but then it was just like, nah, it's kind of goofy. We got to be prepared a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the fun part about pivoting and kind of making little alterations and trying little things because it's not like we have to stick to anything. Like this is our show. We can literally do whatever we want. So, all right, P. I did Patreon, and that sounds silly and money hungry, and it's not.
Part of your year.
Yeah. It actually started moving, and the Q&A started moving, and I'm still not making any money. Like I'm still paying the overhead. Like I'm still at a loss, but it's encouraging, right? Like generally speaking, podcasts don't make money for about 6 years. That's just what it is. Like it is a building a business, building a brand, building a yada yada yada. So I think that having that actually grow some and have organization to it and actually have monthly things on it. I think that's a pretty cool accomplishment. Um, I don't know. I because I know I talk about it a lot and I harp on it, but that's kind of what you have to do. Like, I don't like doing that. It feels like I'm peddling products to you, and that's not like you guys know what it is, but on the chance that people are popping in that don't know what's going on, they don't know what that little thing in the corner is. Well, there you go. And
I
like
mean, it'd
we
be different. I mean, if we had a show that would maybe be on TV, we would have advertisements that come in and do that for you. But because
right.
we don't have any revenue, I mean, no ads or anything like that. I mean, you gotta keep saying it. I mean, it's not like the whole show is. Oh yeah, and then Patreon, and then what did you Patreon? And like, it's not like you're saying it every 10 minutes, but at the same time, you got to plug it in. We
And
don't got any ad to do it for you.
and it's like visibly uncomfortable for me. Like I'm stuttering and stammering through it because I'm like, oh, I want to talk about it, but I want people to be excited about it. But I also, and I'm excited about it, but I'm also like, oh, I don't want to talk about it because I feel bad asking for money. Like that's really what it is. Like you're asking people to pay for what you're doing. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's still a great thing. I'm still happy about it. I'm happy that people are willing to spend the money on it. And um,
Appreciate it.
I mean, with that being said, I mean, get them questions in. Seriously, get your questions in. Like the lack of questions on there is disappointing. Like, get your shit together, boys. Let's go. Like I want to have a fun show here. I want to do all this fun stuff. Let's go. Like you guys, you can't start strong and then teeter off. It just isn't gonna work. It's just not how it works. It's like no, I'm not gonna use that analogy. Woof. All right, continue. R. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. It's just it's the weird thing.
Even people
And
don't
here's
use that. It's like, yeah.
And real quick, here's the unfortunate part because I know Stony buys, Stony puts in money for folks. Um, I would say this: that money doesn't go to me at all. It goes right to Patreon. I get none of that. So when you gift somebody a sub, Patreon takes all that. The actual like owners of said Patreon get nothing. So just so you know there, Stones, you're paying Patreon whenever you do that. It's good times. Instead of their cut, they take the whole thing. They're terrible people. Terrible.
Oh, okay. So it's better for the person to sign up with their own
Yes.
account. That way we get get something out of it, as opposed to if it gets gifted, it goes straight to okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember you saying something about that before.
Yeah,
Wow.
because I really looked at it. I'm like, because I have two people I pay on Patreon. I pay Spitball and I pay um uh Obscura. So I notice that if I don't receive money, if I don't receive enough money to cover the money that goes out, I end up getting a charge. So my whole point is, Stones, stop giving people free months because you're just paying Patreon. You're not, I'm not saying pay me directly, but also fucking pay me.
Yeah.
Stop paying Patreon only. It's bullshit. So make a $10 tier and then gift them and use half of my $5. No, I'm not gifting. I'm not paying Patreon straight up. That's horseshit. Done with it.
Patreon got it though.
Yeah,
They're a $1 million company. I'm pretty sure they're all set.
right. Okay. R, what do you got?
R, like coming out of 2024 and the disaster it was, and then the 25, R was just a rebound for me. rebound, restoration, reset, whatever you want
I
to
had a
call
good
it.
R word for this year.
You said what?
I have a good R word for this year.
So yeah, rebound, just rebounding from
Yeah.
disaster that was 2024. Car got totaled. Big life changing things. Moving around, just trying to get into a rhythm of you know being on my own, so to speak, or being by myself. I always been on my own. It's not like I was dependent on somebody, but
Right.
yeah, rebound, just turn it around. On the up and up.
Okay. I went with rabid, and referring to the people that are yapping in the Chasky. We kind of have a rabid fan base a little bit. We do. They show up every week. They show up to every show. They participate. They seemingly look forward to it. They give ideas. They critique. Like they care, right? And I think that is a pretty. It's a pretty cool thing, but I think it's also indicative of what we've built, right? Because people really won't try to help or critique you if there's no substance to what you're doing. And clearly we cover the spectrum. I mean, well, we have whatever the fuck this show is, and then we got the football, and then I got the baseball with Chris, and um I just think that's very, I respect that, and and I think that's really the more important thing. I respect it because you don't have to. You don't have to, but you choose to. But then it's kind of like the comment thing. But you're not commenting on the content necessarily. You are saying, I mean, you are, but like on other phases here, you have tried to improve the show. Whether it be adding positives or getting rid of negatives. And by the way, don't forget here, the first show in January is going to be the top 5, like your top 5 things that you want to see on the show, or like your 5 changes. So remember, because we're not recording again after Saturday, so just kind of have your lists ready and bring them to us so we can kind of chat about that next Friday. So yeah, that's my R.
All right. My S. I had a few words for this one, but the one I settled in on was small success. Small successes, put it that way. Like I said, all everything's geared towards, these are ours. So I'm sorry if kind of mines are similar, in different letters, but this is, how my year played out the year before, and then how 2025 ushered in, and where I'm going into 2026. So no major things, that you can say I can look to and I'm like, oh man, that was very successful. But the small successes start adding up and to become a large success. So just the small little wins, throughout the year, small successes, and hopefully that leads to larger success in the future. So small
Good.
wins.
Well, I mean, and not for nothing here. Sometimes those are the kind of the better ones, right? Like they feel
Instant gratification, like a quick,
right. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
to let you know you're making a move in the right direction. Like if you got a project or something that's going to take 3 years to do, chances are after first year you're going to be frustrated because you're not seeing any return on it. It's like,
Right.
okay, am I doing it? Am I going the right way? And I might even get to year 2 and be ready to scrap it, because it's like I don't see any gratification. I don't see any, improvement. But when you get the small wins, you get to, it may be, minute, and it may not be, heavily consequential, but it's a gauge of letting you know that, hey, you're moving in the right direction. Keep going. Keep going. Yep.
Yeah. No, that's because of the society we live in. They want that, except they want to replace the small with their end goal. And they're like, I want everything now. Stop. This is why your shit don't work. Stop. All right. So S is staunch.
You got some interesting ones. I mean, every time you come out, I'm like, what do you mean by that one?
Ew. And I stayed staunch in my scheduling this year. I know in years past, we have been willy-nilly occasionally, right? You know, maybe one of us aren't feeling it. Well, okay, let's just not do it this week. Okay, fine. Or I don't really have much to talk about. Yeah, me either, man. Let's just not do it. I didn't do that this year. I made a point. I think there was only like 2 shows we actually missed. And one of which I was literally in Disney, but I put up something in place of it. Did people watch it? No, they didn't fucking watch it, which is fine. That's fine. I tried to be very staunch in my scheduling and stay consistent with it and not let things kind of get in the way. And I think I did much better than I did last year. It's important. Like consistency is important, especially with my aforementioned word, rabid. People are looking for you. They're looking forward to you. They pin this in their little hat for, hey, this is what I'm doing on Friday at 10. I'm not saying people are canceling their plans. People aren't doing that, but they know like Saturday at 10 or Friday at 10, and then Saturday at 8, and then Wednesday at 6, and then Tuesday at 10. Like they know what's happening. So I tried to stay very vigilant on those scheduling days, and if something kind of came up, I would scramble or do something, whatever. I mean, it's just is what it is. So yeah.
Coincidentally, my T is correlated to your staunch. My T was time management.
You asshole, why do you keep doing this to me? There's so many.
You already had that. I mean, your staunch schedule. I mean, like you said, we were a little bit more lenient, a little bit more like, oh, if something comes up, oh, we can cancel. It's not a big deal. Sometimes we would go 2-3 weeks. Like you said, you.
It's a bad look, man. Bad fucking look. We were done.
You holding to the staunch schedule. It forced me into the time management. I mean, you definitely, you're like 2 times more than you got to make sure you got your time management together. But yeah, especially during this football season. I mean, it's easier to commit and to make sure you're available for 1 show a week, but 3 shows a week. Yeah, I mean, it makes you make sure you got your ducks in the row. Like make sure I mean, there was definitely days, I finished my job and feeling tired. I'm like, man,
I know.
You do this, and it's just like, hey, you got to get this together, So definitely a lot more strenuous time management to balance work life, personal life, and podcast life.
Yeah.
Like podcast life on my stomach, like thug life. But yeah.
Please fucking
It definitely was definitely was a year of, hey, you gotta make sure that, there's certain days that you only got certain days that you can goof off, put it that way.
Yeah. And I do feel bad that I hold us to that schedule, but because of the content that we cover, we kind of have to. Like, we don't have
On
other
football.
options for days. Like, really what it comes down to. Like, that's not a show we can miss. It just isn't in the cards. Like, that is a time contingent show. Like, we'll just do the Saturday show on Tuesday. Motherfucker, how you gonna preview some shit that happened? Help me understand that. Fucking
Yeah, now the Saturday show with the games on. I mean, I don't know. The games is on. I just will find that it would be too hard for me to concentrate. So I'm not going to waste anybody's time to sit there and say that I can sit there and concentrate on a show while I'm playing a game that has fantasy skin in it, and I'm wrapped in the middle of that game. Now this Saturday, the games that come on, I don't have any skin in those games
because we're losers.
I don't have any skin in those games. I mean, I still got, this game is still significant that I'm playing this weekend. It's not for the championship, but it is for the third place. It is for money, but the games that come on, I don't have anything against me, and I don't have anything that I'm putting out there. But last week it was. So I'm sorry. It would have been like, hey, you'd have been seeing, because my glasses, they would illuminate, and when my TV's on, you could see the stuff that's happening in my glasses. So I'd have been on a podcast. Yeah, you'd have been talking, and I'd have just been
now
paying attention.
That being said, in hindsight, I believe that was the Green Bay and the Chicago game, and that was fucking terrible. So, but still, yeah.
No, it was. I thought that was the. Oh no, it was the 5:00 game leading up to the okay, yeah, and the Green Bay and Chicago game. I was sick as a dog that day.
Yeah, you're fucked up. Anyway, so it just kind of worked out in a bunch of facets. Yeah. All right. Well, my T is time, and I took a different approach with it. I will be 40 next year. So I kind of looked at everything that I kind of have my hands in, right? What we're doing, like personally, professionally, whatever. I had to make a change in my job. I had to really evaluate our living situation and really address that because it's time to make a change there. So time, it's not promised. Oh, there's a cliche. No, it's really not. It's not. Like, it's just not. Like, you can't wait around. There's not like benchmarks that you need to kind of adhere to. You can do kind of whatever you want to whenever you want to. But I just looked at it from, okay, let's be serious about the pod. Let's get a new job that's going to make me happy. Because honestly, I will tell you this, and I'm going to link my new M into this one. My M that I added, because once again, fucking stupid. I did medical. I have been considerably more healthy this year than I was, in years past. I think a lot of that comes down to changing the job. It is amazing when you work somewhere where you actually do hate it and you don't align with the values, you don't align with the lack thereof moral compass. Anything that you have, you're like, well, I'm not going in. I'm good. Like, doesn't take much. But then you start actually feeling bad and you have anxiety, like your mental health hurts, like your fucking brain hurts. So I'm not going to waste any more time there. So yeah, I just kind of addressed the time in an all-encompassing, like, okay, even though I said there's not really benchmarks, but 40 is a big thing, right? figure it the fuck out. Let's go. Like, make some moves. So, yeah. So, you.
Um, I know this is gonna sound corny, but for me, it's Uber.
Underwear.
For me, it's Uber. I have become ridiculously familiar with Ubers because I have no car. And when you have no car, you get familiar. You have to find yourself and get familiar with public transportation. And um, I know Uber like the back of my hand now. I mean, I've taken so many Ubers here, there, or I've gotten my children Ubers here, there, or pay Uber. I have been in so many goddamn Ubers this year. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, I know it's not extremely impactful or a word that breaks the soul or anything, but it's a very impact.
It's the letter U. So calm down there, Nakahama. There's not many U words.
I don't know. I mean, for me, Uber is
Okay.
Yeah, tons of them.
I did upgrade. Because I feel like we have upgraded the quality of this podcast considerably. Me with the Mac, you with the new phone, and something else. Wink, wink. Just using AI a lot. Having fun with music on it. Upgrading kind of how we approach the pod, what we do with the pod. And really quick. So I realize a lot of my letters revolve around this. That should be indicative of how I think of this. So just putting that out there in case anyone had any like quips or any kind of shots, like understand this is insanely important to me. But yeah, just kind of upgrading the quality of what we do. And I think it shows. I mean, obviously more things can happen and XYZ and whatever, but I think for the time being, I think this is a good place to kind of be at. And yeah. So number V, sir.
Number V. V, I got vocal. This just doing this the pod I've had to be more vocal than I've ever have been in my entire life. Whether y'all might believe it or not, I'm typically, I mean, just throughout high school and my child, I'm a pretty quiet guy. I'm not Mr. Going to a room and just take over the room and start talking to everybody. I'm more of an observatory guy that maybe shut up in the corner, and then after I observe where I am, or what place I play, and then I might make a comment into the conversation. I'm not the most vocal person in the world, but with the pod, I mean, not saying that this is the first year of the pod, but he's being on the pod, and now that we have a audience and a good following, or as Rich say, a rabid fan base, definitely have to be a lot more vocal than I've ever been in my entire life. Like I said, I'm typically a pretty quiet guy. You probably didn't see that at Comcast, and Rich, you probably did. I mean, until we put it this way, until we linked up and and figured out that we have so much in common,
right?
I was probably came off as quiet to you. You came off as quiet to me. I mean, like
we're very.
I don't talk that much. I'm very reserved. So, like I said, the pod and the 3 a week and so on and so forth definitely has caused me to be way more vocal than I would ever be, and caused me to share more than I would normally share.
Fair. No, that's good. That makes a lot of sense. That's good. I did vision. I did vision because I really kind of had plans. I planned stuff out, right? So I wanted to get to certain view counts. I wanted to get to certain like checkpoints. And I worked at it. And I wouldn't say I played the game, but I definitely leaned into certain things and you know made some decisions and on how to kind of approach certain things and what should be focused on, what doesn't really need to be focused on. So I just kind of really just kind of had to, I didn't have like a vision board or anything like that, but like I really had like I guess kind of a roadmap. Now that kind of got derailed a little bit towards the end of the year because the holidays tend to do that. But I mean, we are not going to hit the goal that I set after like the second goal got reached. Um, but we're still, I mean, I think, what did I say? Like this year we've had 200,000 views. Like no one except these silly five motherfuckers in this chat know who we are. Like it's 200,000 views in a year. I, what do you fucking say to that? Like that's great.
Yes.
So, all right, fucking take it. Go with W. I don't have a W.
Uh, my W just latches on to, like I told you, with the not having a car and your car gets totaled and you're forced to use different things, public transportation, Uber. My W is walking as well. Done a lot of walking to places that I need to go to or to do my errands. I told you, I go do my laundry. I go to the beer store to get my beer or whatever. I just walking I would not do. But I've done a lot more walking in 2025 than I've done in years past.
Dirk said work. I already did job.
Cover that with we covered that with Jay on the last one with
Yeah.
job.
I felt like doubling up on it's kind of like, That's why I had such a hard time with W because I'm like, nothing's really screaming to me, right? Like nothing W starting
Yeah.
makes any sense that I can actually be like, no, I mean this. This is an authentic answer. It's just I didn't have anything. So what do you have for Y? This is the last letter, boyos, by the way. So if you can't count, we're not doing X's and Z's.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's gonna say yams.
What?
It's gonna say yams.
Nah. I was geared towards song. I don't know what the first word that came to my head was yearning, and then I just started thinking about that song, yearning. It's like my heart is yearning for your love or something. I just put yearning for success. So that's a cheap one.
Yeah,
Really.
that is certainly a choice.
that was a cheap one. That's all I had for a while. I didn't have enough time. I mean, I ain't gonna say I didn't have enough time, but the time we got to here, I was just like, that's a silly one. And then I thought about year end, but I was just like, the year ends. I don't know. But yeah, Y was hard for me. So you got your pass on W. I'm gonna take a pass on Y.
Yeah.
That one was kind of hard for me.
All right. So my Y, and this isn't directed towards Jermaine. It's all the people that have watched and paid attention and participated. It's you.
You.
And so you have made this worth it, right? I am so incredibly tired all of the time. All of the time. there have been many days where I'm just like, I don't want to fucking do this. I just don't want to do it. But I know that you're looking forward to it and you have planned to watch it. And I actually get texts. Hey, is there a show? Is there a show? That's wild to me. Like that's this at this point in the game, right? This doesn't happen without you, right? Like that it just is. This would have dissipated. Like I mentioned earlier, the fun of the first year is exactly that. It's the fun of the first year. Then you need to make a decision on what you actually want to do and how you want to garner an audience. And we figured out how to sort of kind of do it. So it sounds so corny, but like our success, if you want to call it, is because of people like you that show up. And I'm not going to sit there and name drop people because I'll forget people. I'm just not going to do that. So you're all under a blanket. So deal with your fucking life. It's one of those things that's like emotional, and it's just, it is very humbling. And this is all we wanted. Like this is just this is what we wanted. Like I know that seems a little silly, I guess, if folks don't really do this, or if you're in it for the wrong reasons, I guess. But I think when it really comes down to it, I mean, everything will branch off of interaction and views. I get that. Everything will blossom out. And obviously, and everybody wants to make money off stuff. I get that, man. I understand that. But I think at the end of the day, if you genuinely care about the people that come in and talk to you, like you're talking, that's what we're doing. We're talking. That's it. Like, and in the grand scheme of life, if you take all this away, we're just on a big Zoom call. That's it. These people they just didn't get the invite. Like, so I just want to thank you. Just obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna, I mean, thank you as well. I mean, we're not doing that. I'm not gonna. I sucked your dick on Christmas. I'm not doing it like verbally on the pod.
No, I'd like to thank everybody as well. Yeah, great one for why. I'm sorry I didn't think of that one, but thank you.
Well, I didn't want to call you a black asshole for the third time during the countdown, so I'm glad I didn't have to do that. So I appreciate it.
No.
Yeah, it's just, and I don't think that stuff gets recognized enough. Like we have people that are contributing money. Like that's, I don't know. It's a whole thing. I can go into a whole diatribe. I'm not doing that again. But why definitely goes to you. So what do we got here tomorrow? Ugh. Like tomorrow's the day that I don't really want to fucking do the show.
That is the conclusion. That is the ABCs of the year.
Yeah.
So, wow. Another ABC's down in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramsey shot me. I'll blow Ramsey's load here. So he is producing 2 shows next month. That's just kind of what he did because he couldn't do it for Christmas. His initial thought was, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this isn't a thing where you're gonna shoot it down, but I shot this down, and I'll explain why. He was thinking of doing a top 10 moments in me and your lives from 2000 to 2025. That in its own right is a little like, oh, that's rough. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
damn. Oh,
and he's like, it can be life moments, music moments, movie moments, sports memories, whatever. Um, and I explained to him, I was like, first of all, we're coming off back-to-back episodes of us just doing a countdown. So I was like, ugh, that's already like another one. All right, fine. But then I explained this is basically a compilation of shows we've already done. Like, and I don't want the first person to produce a show to basically put in a compilation like YouTube clip, right? Um, so I basically challenged him and I said, hey, uh, you're better than this, you're smarter than this. Give me something better. Give me something that's interesting because you're setting the measuring stick, you're setting the bar. Don't give me this bullshit. Like that's, I mean, I get it. I understand your first time doing that. That's fine. That's great. I appreciate it. But I know you can give me, I know you have something. I know you have other interesting things you want to talk about, whatever you want to do. But I don't want to do a compilation. I just not, that's, if you want that, go look in the back catalog. Like that's just how I look. Like it's just one of those.
25 years. I mean, that's a lot. That's a pretty huge span. And then it's just like, I don't even remember half the shit. I would have to like sit
Well,
down and
that's
just like,
definitely part of
really
it
think.
too. That's part of it too, because I'm like, so that's 25 years ago. I was what, fucking 14? Like,
Oh,
I like
holy
four.
shit.
If we're doing that, it's like those 4 times that I came really good. Like that's that's like 1 through 4. And like it's just kind of like, and I get it. I mean, I understand what his approach was, but I just we've done we've done
Ooh, that's shorten that down to like 5 years because
but even with
years is a blur. Like, what?
that, like what 5-year period would you even look at? And for that matter,
I'm just saying the past 5 years. I mean,
right,
I'm not gonna really have for me, I'm not gonna really have too many high moments. You talk about top
right.
10 moments. And I'm like, I can tell you some fucked up moments. I got the top 10 ready for that, but good moments? No.
Yeah, and I don't really get too high or too low. I kind of stay in the middle. But um so I just wanted to kind of publicly, thank Ramsey for his idea and understand this is not a thing where I'm going to shoot down your ideas, but if it's something that we have already done, um, like extensively, and this is like 3 or 4 ideas wrapped in one that we've already done, I'm not going to waste our time doing that. That's not interesting for us, for you. Um, so will we bring back the duck outro? No, that is dead. It is dead.
Feed them ducks.
It is dead.
Who said that? Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious for a quick minute.
It was, and then it got like, all right, now it's like,
It's almost like I got put on like you forcing it. Yeah.
right. It's like, yeah, feed them ducks. It's okay, bye. Like that's just, I was like, okay, can we be done now? Like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm all set. Great. Fucking hate ducks. Um, but yeah, Rams, keep plugging away. You got time, obviously, but just don't want anyone that would maybe think about adding themselves to the producer tier to think that we're gonna like knock down your ideas. This was just too much of the same thing that, yeah. So, um, we will be here tomorrow. Very disinterested. No, we'll be here. It's fine.
Very unwillingly, but
I'm playing it up. It's just kind of one of those things where it's the end of the fantasy season, which is always like a somber thing. But then when you're not in it, you're like, oh, not great.
It's not. It's kind of the end of the regular season too. It's just like the real like NFL season. Like kind of everybody's kind of positioned already. I mean, there's only a couple
Yeah.
spots up for here and there. So, and that's why Week 18 it's terrible for fantasy, even for real football. Week 18,
Yeah.
nobody cares.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's resting their players, and all the spots are already locked up, and it's
Like to the point
going through the
that
motions.
I forgot because I was telling you I was going to cancel my NFL sub. I was like, oh yeah, wait, there is another week after this, isn't there? Shit. Huh. Whoops. I'm still I'm not watching. I don't care. Like, what am I? Oh yeah. Well, when? Like, cause we're done. Tomorrow is the last time we're doing the 2 shows of football a week. So after that, we don't go to 2 shows for the football until probably fucking September. So, like, and we're only gonna be recording that on Tuesday. So my Fridays and Saturday, or I'm sorry, my Saturdays will be free. So no ratings war there, friendo. But yeah, so it's really kind of about it. What are you saying here? Everyone to you. Okay. Bait and switched here. Fuck you, Stony. Prick.
What he said.
Fucking asshole. Like, why are you you? Fucking terrible human. I get it though, but in all seriousness, that's why I wanted to kind of come out and say that publicly, because I didn't want anyone to think that, because I mean no one would have known about the Ramsey conversation he had with me, but I'm also fully transparent and very truthful, and I want folks to know exactly like, hey, here's what's happening with the stuff, and this is one reason why it got cutting room floored. But I trust Ramsey is not taking anything personal there. He realizes, he understands kind of where I'm coming from with that. And I think really in the grand scheme of life, he'd rather have an entertaining show, an exciting show, than us just going through the motions of like, oh, what the fuck was my list? When was this? What year was this? I don't know. I don't know, beat my dick on the bus or some shit. I don't fucking know. Whatever. We done? Like I don't want to do it. All right, boys. So we'll see you tomorrow. That'll be the last time you see me and Jermaine till Friday. A brand new, improved Jermaine on Friday. Then you only have a few more days to kind of do that charity thing for the baseball show. The baseball show will be, what is that, on the 31st, so New Year's Eve. So that'll be your last day to get the money in. We're doing the countdown a little special. We're doing the voting on it special. So try to make sure you are in there, just because it's not going to be you just picking one team. It's going to be we'll explain it. But yeah, I think my puppy wants to go out. So I'm going to go handle that so it doesn't shit on the floor, because I just bought a $400 Roomba because last one, sister-in-law's dog shit on the floor and the puppy picked it up, or the Roomba picked it up and ruined it. So I don't want this $400 thing to go to waste. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for showing up and participating.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for showing up. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and just kind of somehow or way, just figure out how you can go fuck yourselves.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Just use a cucumber or something. I don't know. Just figure it out. It's fine.